Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. My name is David Lozeau. For those of you that are new, I'm a Southern California-based artist. Gonna do a little painting tonight. So again, thanks for joining me. You know what? I'm gonna get that dust off the. It's a big dusty ball on the. All right, we'll just deal with the dusty ball later. Again, thank you for joining me. We're gonna do a little painting tonight. A little quick guy here. A little painting called Shot at Love. So this guy is available right now too. Feel free to message. He is $6.50 shipped, right?
Yep.
Shipped anywhere in the world. Feel free to ask any questions. We're gonna get going and painting here. So if you're just joining me for the first time, this is the last stage of my process. The first stage is the acrylic. It's red, cranberry red background. Second stage is all the colors here. It's done in gouache, like an opaque watercolor. And the last stage here, which I'm gonna do, is the enamel. That's where all the line work goes in. So basically, like you see in these couple hours here, I'm gonna go through and do all the line work on the rest of the painting. So again, probably about 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour. Feel free to ask any questions you have along the way, and let's get after it.
Rob Flores over on Instagram says que bonito.
Hey, thank you, Rob, for joining.
Angela over on Instagram also says aw.
Thank you, Angela.
Cute.
This is a little cutesy. Gotta mix it up. A little Satan last week, so a little cute this week.
Alan Kaufman and Helen say hi. So Alan says hi, and then Ellen, of course, is in Scotland.
Thank you all for joining me.
Poor Helen thinks we're crazy for our timing. Jerry says awesome, David.
Hey, Jerry, thank you.
Arts California says, hey, nice painting so far.
Thank you, Arts California. Appreciate it. It will get better.
Yeah, get better.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better.
Carol Kumaro says hi.
Hey, Carol. Thanks for joining us.
Helen says, I hope you're both doing well tonight. You too, Helen. Go to bed.
You made it. You got your attendance. You're checked off for attendance, so you can leave now. Like the college classes. You're here.
William is asking, he says hi, and says, how are the dogs?
Hey, William, the dogs are excellent. Everybody's great. The Vizsla is, again, getting better and better. Mobility is getting better. Able to reduce the meds a little bit too. So just really on the fast track to getting back to where he was. So it's just excellent. Again, our lives can just be so much more normal when he's 100%.
Jeff is asking, do you always paint vertically?
So Jeff, let's see. Usually I do. It's easier on my neck, and because I cut my teeth painting at shows and demos, I kind of just got used to painting on an easel, and so for me, it's actually easier and a little more comfortable.
Did you find you get backaches when you?
Yeah. When I paint flat, I tend to get backaches and just isn't as comfortable. So I am all used to the vert now.
But sketching, you do flat.
Yeah, sketching flat.
You can watercolor flat.
Yeah, nature of the medium makes me kind of have to go flat with that, but this stage here, I make gouache flat sometimes too because I'm just being lazy. But usually vertical, yeah.
Helen says, it's my own fault. I just know when my phone pings at 1 a.m. It's a feast for my eyes. And I can't resist.
Late night, you up?
Cat Cook says hi there.
Hey Cat, how are you doing? It's great to have OGs who have been around a while following this crazy mess.
Kat says she's doing great. Thanks for asking, and she's about to think she's doing better. Yeah, like amazing. If he stops here, this is his progress. We're thrilled.
Yeah,
he can swim with a life vest. You know, his favorite.
His favorite thing to do in the world is swim, and he can do that with a life vest. So again,
yeah,
nothing gets better than this. We're already good.
Yeah, he can. He runs a little wonky, but he can run. He loves to can fight with the dogs, play. I mean, he can get up. Just recently started being able to climb up on the bed. Like, you know, difficult steps up and down, like getting mobility. So
can chase us in the yard, like just really, yeah.
Yeah.
So like she said, if he stops there and that's as far as he gets, then I'm thrilled because I didn't even know if he'd ever walk again or even survive.
Yeah, at about month 6, we were like, well, this is it. He's not going to walk again. We're gonna be carrying him around for the rest of his life. He's just working it now. Rodolfo says just put some braids on it so it looks like me.
All right, see? You gotta get that stuff in earlier.
Yeah. You were this close to having a custom piece. For a fraction of the price.
It's funny how these themes kind of work. This little Western one, I did a couple of Western sketches, and I'm doing a serious one too. It's kind of it's funny when they go in spurts where it's all of a sudden there's a serious Western one, comic Western one, a lovey one, all the same flow. Kind of funny to explore. It's how my brain works, explore the theme in kind of a couple different ways. That's the hardest line in the whole painting right there. Boom. There you go. Now get out of the way. Get out of the way. Says boring.
Yeah, we have the easy dog. We have the Frenchie in here now, but he's not cooperating. It's not happening. He's obsessed with lizards these days. Obsessed with lizard bites. That's all he thinks about.
Runs outside, stares at the wall until we make him come back inside because he can't be outside because he gets overheated. He just stares at the wall, waiting for a lizard.
Jason Daniel says, nice work, my friend.
Hey, Jason, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
BBD over on Instagram says, this is satisfying.
Thank you, BBD.
It's very relaxing. Jack Mullins says, I love it. I always miss you painting.
Thank you, Jack.
All you have to do is have no plans on a Friday night.
Yeah. This is our solution to being off the road, is to have no lives on Friday nights.
That's true, huh? I was doing shows, we were never...
We never had Friday nights for 15 years. We never had Friday nights. We were always going to a show or planning for a show or
That's
packing.
true. I don't know what a Friday night is. Jeez. Your skeleton cowboys love their big pistachios.
They do like the pistachios.
They are always full.
They get their money's worth.
Well, you have no other hair on your body, apparently.
Exactly.
Skeleton, so grow the stash.
But I'm way down here.
What are you doing?
I don't... Ignoring.
Ellen says, I love how extra his stash is with his amazing cheekbones. He did a little bit of catalog modeling. Cigarette catalog.
Hand modeling. Alright, let's go back up to up there, because I get too far from that.
Bonnie McPherson's has entered the chat.
Bunny Jenkins.
Nope, don't rub yourself. Nope, not on TV.
And the stream gets taken down.
Nope, not on TV. He goes, then where?
It's fun making little explosions. Zap, pow, bang, you know.
It's very cartoony.
Yeah. It's a weird
Boom!
zoom.
Claridad Caliente over on Instagram says, amazing work. Been following for a long time now. Love every single piece.
Thank you, Claire. Appreciate that. 'Cause every piece is awesome. But I appreciate that. Thank you for joining.
Caliente.
Thank you for hanging out.
I think I'm supposed to say that.
Yeah, it's the only way you can say it.
Helen's taken off. She says enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks for hanging out, Helen. Appreciate it.
You too. Sleep well.
See you at the next 1 a.m.er.
Jack is asking, is this music playing in your background or just over the video? Just the video.
Just the video.
It's cleared music, so we have no issues with it playing on Facebook and whatnot. It won't have a video taken down, so Dave can't even hear it.
So I don't even know what kind of crappy music you guys are listening to.
Dave has no idea what we're listening to. And sadly, he's painting in silence. We used to have movies on, and usually he painted movies on, but we can't do it. The video will get taken down for copyright. So Ben Wright says hi, wifey and Dave, I guess. Yeah. And the guy painting.
That's usually the response I get.
Yeah. The guy doing the thing.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, Jason was saying it was kind of almost like a funky reggae song. Yeah, it's like a super lightweight country. You know, it has some twang in it. It's kind of in the theme of a funny cowboy painting, but. Jack says that's cool. It's okay. It's very generic. It is.
It
exactly.
is. It's like music.
Yeah. Cowboy like.
Yeah.
It's a site called Epidemic Sound, and so you pay a fee, but the music is all cleared. It has every kind of music in the world, but it's all cleared and embedded.
But it's all like this, where it's like group of instruments playing a harmony together band.
Like you can pick a style of music. It's not going to be a song you would care about ever hearing again, and totally unmemorable, but we'll have zero problems with it. Yeah, Ben says the funny cowboy paintings call for 500 miles to Memphis. Exactly right. And even if we reached out and were like, oh, do you mind if we play your music during live streams? We couldn't pass that through to Facebook, right? Like we couldn't pass that through to you.
I couldn't tell them, hey, they let me play this.
You couldn't tell them. Like Dave made a time-lapse video once and had a cleared song, a song from the artist, and the artist said, yeah, for sure, go for it. But those other sources don't know it's cleared, and so they'll pull it down and then ban you, and all this kind of stuff. You're like, I just have no other choice but to use already cleared music by an established clearinghouse. Just makes it easy. But the downside is Dave has no sound in the room.
Painting in silence.
So sad.
Guess what I never do? Paint in silence.
Never paints in silence. It's really, and then for me, I hear him and me, and then there's a 5-second delay, and so in my headphones I hear us again, plus the music.
That's the worst.
And
You hear me over and over again.
I get to hear the conversation.
You thought he was dumb the first time around.
Yeah, I get to hear my voice, which I don't want to hear, and then music that I don't particularly like. So.
See, we do for you people.
Do you understand what I'm going through? Well, Dave, I could put the music out loud.
No. We're good. We're good. I'd rather have nuns.
I'd be happy to do that for you.
I'd rather have nuns. Is my head out of the way? I assume it has been, or she would have said something.
You did what?
I assume it has been, or she would have said something.
I didn't hear what you said.
Is my head out of the way?
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Every once in a while you get your big. It's good. Formerly known as Christine Devine says, "Heyo."
Formerly known as.
The artist formerly known as. Jack says, "Keep it up. Catch you again. Love your work."
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it.
He's like, I can't take this music.
Yeah, this music's crap.
Yep. Push Nikki says happy Easter weekend.
Hey, Push Nikki, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it should be a quiet one. We went plant shopping today, so we will be building upon our Pollinator Garden this weekend.
That's our Easter. Praise Jesus.
Putting plants in the ground. Ben says, boo Facebook people. He says, how's the shipping department and the avocado bandits?
We're waging a battle against avocado bandits currently.
We are.
Trying to encourage these squirrels to just move along.
Yeah, we're peacefully trying to coexist with the squirrels. There's definitely some thievery going on the low branches. Well, we had the pickers come. The distributors come and did all the avocado picking. Got a little, a small return because we didn't have that much fruit yet on these trees. They need a little love. So the trees are fairly bare, but we made sure they left us two
our personal trees.
For personal trees, so we can still eat and enjoy them and stuff until the growth really gets kicking. But the squirrels definitely are trying to cut down on our usage. They are thieves. And we saw a lot of baby squirrels yesterday. So, I mean, there's a lot of baby squirrels.
So we're not doing great at our little battle here. We're losing our battle.
We're not winning. No. Yaman Duman over on Instagram says, great style. I'll purchase one of your prints one day with love from Turkey.
Thank you, Yaman. Appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out and watching from Turkey. We have the, that might be a new one on the list.
Oh, Push Nikki said plant shopping. Plant shopping. we're building a
Say clamp? Oh.
Plant. P-L-A-N-T. We're building a pollinator garden to kind of help out, bringing butterflies into the yard and bring more bees, because bees are good for pollinating avocados. So it's going to be a whole area. How big is that area, do you think?
Maybe 40 by 50?
Oh, bigger than that. If you think of a booth size. Everything's in booth sizes.
Well, then I don't know.
Right? Probably 100 feet by 40 feet area. And so we'll plant all kinds of pollinating plants so that our avocados benefit. That is the Easter plan. And Ben is saying, how's the shipping department and the pool dogs? Very good.
The pool has been being fired up now.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing some good swimming from the Vizsla. The Frenchie absolutely despises it. Oh God, we have some funny videos too. I bought some, to keep the dogs occupied, I actually buy kid toys because there's no dog toys that do what I want them to do. And it's a little plastic shark, probably the size of a softball, and it plays that Baby Shark song repetitively, so you just want to smash it. But the dogs love it, so that's been taking up a lot of our days. The life of an artist. This one's painting fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would.
We're about half hour in. I would say you have maybe 15 minutes left.
Well, yeah, about
20.
15. Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so get your questions in. I love those little cuffs. Those are my favorite part.
That was also one of your favorite parts of
Yes.
cowboy action shooting.
That it was. I'm getting away here for a second because I gotta see the dots. Hold on. Make the dots and get out of the way.
Dog up.
All right. Out of the way.
Stephanie says, "Oh my God, your dog is so cute. Kind of has fur like a hog." he
That's not where the comparisons end.
That is very accurate. Both of our other dogs are really short hair. We have a Vizsla and a Boxer, and this one it's just a little thicker, but he is a pig. He is a little hog. He is something else.
Hog, that's the right word.
It's a hog is completely fair. His behaviors, his sounds, his body structure, his fur, it's just something else. I think he's a wombat.
Yeah, if a wombat and a hog had relations.
She says, "I love pigs, and the farm I drive by with hogs has hair colored like that. It's so cute. I'm more offended." No, he's a little pig. Ben says, "I watch every Friday night and I ask way too many questions, but why am I the only one? Dave is the most underestimated artist in the country." God, you make so much sense.
He is.
Is the thing.
Put Ben in charge.
Yamanduman over on Instagram says, "Amazing to see the painting come to life. You make it look so easy."
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's fun, isn't it?
Exactly. This is what if we weren't streaming, I'd still be doing this. This is what I love to do.
And these little ones are so fun.
And this is exactly. This is the fun part too. This is where it all comes together.
Were you just counting fingers?
Yeah, and because I just gave him 6 fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
And that's 6 fingers.
That's all he gets.
So we're gonna grab.
I saw you doing dot.
Yeah, I was like dot crap. Live while you watch, he screws up.
That's
See,
funny.
this is totally live. Lizzie, a paintbrush. I'm just gonna.
Jim Abrams says, "How many hearts does the thing that he's shooting have? Seems like there's a lot falling out. I'd like to see the creature." You never see the creature. There is. Where are the hearts coming from? We don't know.
We don't know.
I'd like to believe he's just doing skeet. Somebody's just raising him up.
Oh!
He's kicking the crap out of him.
Oh, I'm gonna fix my 6 fingers.
6-fingered mom.
But this is better
Charge
than.
extra for a painting that has 6
Exactly.
Real-time fix.
Not like the spelling mistake we had last time. That was a ways ago, but yep.
So you were able to just kind of correct your mistake because that's the gouache, right?
Yes. I'm
If
just
that's
painting
enamel-
gouache over gouache. That's enamel. The stream has been suspended temporarily.
So there's a difference between gouache, acrylics, enamel. You can still go back in time with acrylics and gouache, right? You can still go over them.
Once the enamel's down, that's it. It's down. Paint's actually dry on this.
So the stage you're doing now is the enamel, the dark black line work, and that's the don't make mistakes.
Yeah, that's El Permanente.
Okay. What do you think you would have done if you would have done another finger in enamel? How would you?
I probably would have actually done gouache over it once it dried. It makes a big mess. Yeah, it makes a big mess, but you have to kind of go back in and relayer it. Realistically, what I would have done is I would have wiped off quickly, which would have wrecked the gouache around it, and then had to repaint the gouache around it. Yeah. So we try not to make the mistakes.
No, I don't think you should do that.
Get the fingers right.
Linda says absolutely love it.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Well, it's better with the right number of fingers.
Counting. When does that ever come in handy? Stephanie says, have you ever painted a character inspired by someone you know?
I have, yes, a few times. The kind of in the way I research my paintings. My B-17 painting, the B-17 World War II, I went and spent time talking with a World War II fighter bomber pilot. He was 92. He's out of Tucson. He's still alive. I forget his name. He's amazing to talk to. He was so welcoming. He let me pick his brain for everything. And then I was going there for information, and then he became the inspiration for the painting. Same with another person I'd met. They were in the first air cap of Vietnam and shared some of their stories, and I actually painted a piece for him. He didn't know he was getting that I kind of captured the same kind of some of his stories. So I think that's usually how those pieces tend to work out. It's some of those amazing stories that I've heard.
Especially military, when you hear a really personal story.
Yes,
right?
Yes, because they share those stories and give me that moment and let me share that moment with them. To me, that's really I value that interaction a lot, and that tends to be where those paintings come from. Almost all the military ones were either commissions or in a similar way. I don't usually just paint military ones without some kind of connection to a story.
And then these small ones are just like free thoughts, funny little...
things that wouldn't be good as a full, huge painting. They just work better as small fragment ideas, little testers.
So yeah, what's your approach to paintings? Ben is asking, do you make, happy mistakes on a prepared idea? Do you wing it? See what happens? Like, how do you kind of approach?
Approach mistakes or approach the creation of pieces?
I think the creation of pieces.
Mistakes happen in that way. So I just kind of, when it gets to this stage here, all the hard work's been done. I've done all the design, I know where the issues are going to be, what's going to be difficult for me to render, where the challenges are. I know all that getting into it. So when I do the pieces, all the mistakes are made in the sketch process. That's kind of where I kind of work out all my issues and where most of the mistakes where I'll change, massive things. When it gets to this point, I'm pretty much decided this is how it's going to be and just painting it.
So when you're doing enamel, you rarely are just free thought coming up with the idea at the moment.
No.
Enamel, because enamel is so...
Yeah, we are done. It is decided. This is how it is.
But so when you do ink and watercolor... You can do that on the fly.
Yes, a little more free form ink and watercolor, a little more take chances and let things evolve. Because the very nature of watercolors, it's a much more kind of expressive on the fly medium. This is very planned out where these lines are, where it's going to be. Everything's kind of already decided at this point. If that makes any sense.
Dan Martin says, hey y'all.
Hey Dan Martin, your big giant print is ordered.
Yeah.
It took him like 5 years to use his.
Took a while to decide. Dan says, sorry it took him so long. No. Glad you picked something you really wanted. I mean, it's a big responsibility. It's a big piece of art.
Good
or
choice.
You could have broken it up and gotten 5 small pieces. That could have always been a thing too, I guess.
Don't have him change his order. Don't go messing it up.
He's like, wait.
Yeah.
Ben is saying Frenchies or boxers. This is our 3rd boxer. And they are awesome dogs. Just adorable, awesome dogs. But they have big health scares. Like huge health scares. But they're the best personality dogs. And then, now you're missing them. And for a small dog, I think Frenchies are hysterical, but for sure there's healthy things like we had to get the first probably month or so he was home, we got him surgery to help him breathe better. So that's a cost, that's a big thing. But it's a small dog, big dog. If you're to get a dog, boy, those 2 breeds are so much personality, crazy personality. I take the Frenchie places, like we go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and like he's just small enough to like go and do that stuff, whereas the boxer is like, that's a big deal, right?
The boxer will be asked to leave.
You know, taking a 50-some pound dog to Lowe's or something is like, oh, it's gonna drag you around and see another dog and a thing, the Frenchie are just like, pick you up, take you out, we're done. And then the Vizsla is like something I've never seen in my life. The Vizsla is like the most affectionate, emotional.
It's the most affectionate and emotional dog I've ever had in my life. He's so sensitive to you, to him, all of it. He's just
like, you wouldn't punish him. You would never, like, you can't tell the Vizsla if he does something wrong. You can't like yell at him or tell him no. There's like a sensitivity there that you've just crushed his soul. And so it's like, just a whole different thing.
And they're called Velcro Dogs, and it is an apt name for them because they are just glued to your side. Everything you do.
Yeah, really, really sensitive and intuitive. Frenchie could give a crap about what you want. He'll do what he wants. They're super stubborn. Boxers are stubborn, but more in like a playful way. They're like, I'm not gonna come to you, like silly. But the Frenchie is just straight up like, if I feel like doing it, I'll do it. If not, I won't. I know he knows how to do all the things we're asking him to do, but he just decides like when he wants to hear or not. A boxer at least tries to please you.
Until they're 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Once they're past 5, they don't care what you want.
That's absolutely true. Having our 3rd boxer now, I think I can say once a boxer turns about 5 or 6, then they're done with training and they're pretty much done being told what to do. They're good dogs, but they're like, they know what they need to do and they don't need to be told to go to the bathroom outside or to get into bed or whatever. They're just kind of like, no, thank you. I'll take care of this myself. Albert over on Instagram says, love your art.
Hey, thanks, Albert. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out here. We appreciate it.
So you're probably just about done, right?
Yeah, probably about 5 more minutes. So get your questions in if you got them. We'll be back again next week with a new piece. This guy is still available, so feel free if you're interested, just message. $6.50 shipped anywhere in the world. So again, thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Ben says they have a cattle dog and 2 hounds.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Cattle dogs are interesting, especially we on YouTube. We watched this. I don't even know how we started watching it. I can't even remember. But it's a dog doggy daycare in Australia, and they record every day's doggy daycare of all these dogs. It's just this super fun to watch, very uplifting, happy dog watching experience. I don't know why we watch it every single day. But they're super into cattle dogs and kelpies, just the nature of Australia and what they use the dogs for. And cattle dogs are fascinating to me. They're very sweet, super smart. You gotta train them, or oh my god, I think they can be so difficult. It's been neat watching that show because we've gotten to see these breeds, like a kelpie you don't see in America. So it's been really fascinating to watch that. And then hounds. Dave loves hounds.
Oh yeah.
He loves hounds. I don't like the woo-woos. I think there's a handful of hounds I like, but the talkativeness is a lot. Maybe a deaf hound. That would be the way to go.
No, you want to be deaf if you have a hound. It's not going to help if he's deaf.
So Albert is saying, I love your Mexicana leading portraits as well. And did you grow up around Mexicanos?
What was the name again?
Albert.
Albert, thank you again. So no, I didn't. Wasn't exposed to Day of the Dead until coming out to California about 15 years ago. When I was exposed to Day of the Dead, I was just blown away. The pageantry, the colors, the remembrance, this whole celebration was just so moving for me and so inspiring. It basically gave me direction of my work from day one.
Well, then we started traveling down to Day of the Dead events in Mexico.
Yeah, we'd go to Mexico, seeing the Day of the Dead events there, and just blossomed. Wanting to capture that, the authenticity and being around events in LA and kind of my art kind of growing at the exact same time I was being inspired by this, and it just became just merged together and became what I did. Again, traveling down there and seeing the celebration, firsthand, going to the cemeteries, meeting these families. It was just really an amazing experience that continues to inspire me today.
So this is the only piece of art someone saw. Clearly this isn't, your homage to Day of the Dead.
No.
This is pretty distant from that, but I would say a lot of your Day of the Dead art tries to fall traditional.
Very much so.
When you are celebrating that style. Because I think going down to deep Mexico, going down to Oaxaca, was very different than what you would see celebrated in the United States, for sure. The United States is definitely a different celebration of what you saw in the movie Spectre, that James Bond movie. That's really not how the Day of the Dead events look. It's much more local, much more cultural and community. It's much smaller scale, really celebratory.
And let's be honest, that Spectre movie, just so you guys all know, that celebration down in Mexico City did not take place like that until after the movie, and the city said, "Oh, we should do that." So
that is not how it went down.
No, it is a small, very humbling celebration. Each altars in restaurants or in small shops, but definitely in all the families' houses. And to see the idea of putting the favorite food, the cigarettes, the music, the items from this person that's lost, to me is just an amazing way to remember somebody, to kind of capture the small stuff that gets lost in translation. To know, things I wish I knew about my grandparents and my relatives. That kind of stuff I think is a great way to stay connected and to really learn about who came before you. And that's, again, it's really the core of my more traditional Day of the Dead pieces.
Yeah, that was probably the most interesting part I thought of being down in Oaxaca. Was we went to a few different cemeteries over the few days, and we went to a very, very poor neighborhood, very humble, where the the grave sites weren't even dug into the ground because the ground's kind of hard. So they were very much raised dirt, you know.
With like stacks of stones on top.
Stacks of stones on top. Some had nothing on them, but people that came that night or night before, depending, would also bring flowers to those people that no one was leaving anything for. So it's very community, it's very sweet. We talked to a lot of people down there who were, again, it's about sharing your family experience, sharing your thoughts about that person that has left you. I just found it was really beautiful and humbling. And then, of course, then you see like what it's kind of transpiring into, or what like the movie Spectre is showing. And that it can be big and celebratory, but there's also some very sweet community aspects to it that were really, really important to us when we were there.
And again, I've never met a more welcoming group of people than people in that cemetery. Because I was very cautious to stay on the outside, to stay quiet, to not photograph anything that people were doing. I just wanted to kind of keep it, respect the celebration. And they were so welcoming and making, dragging me over to their family to tell me the story of who was there and ask me about, why I was there and to share. It was just amazing. So welcoming. These families who've met me 2 seconds ago are telling me next year, come down and stay with them. It was just amazing.
Very, very, very sweet.
At the same time, demanding that I drink their do shots with them and drink mezcal with them. So by the time I left there, I had done around 12 or 15 shots in the course of about half an hour.
That was a disaster.
I was like, I love the celebration, but I gotta go home.
Yeah, and then the flip side of that is the celebration that was kind of close to our hotel, where it was basically a procession down the middle of the street. Kind of like a parade, and and the kids, begging for candy, and they're dressed in Halloween still, because they'll wear their Halloween costumes for like 5 days, like all week, and so it was just adorable, hilarious. Some of the costumes and how they were running around and singing and the music, and it was very impromptu, and it was awesome. I thought Oaxaca for Day of the Dead was really tops. We went to Merida as well, but I thought Oaxaca was like perfect.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, that's where I would say to go.
Yeah, Tiffany says it's beautiful how others make sure that the dead are respected even when they no longer have connections. Yeah, you really felt that at that cemetery. It was like, that is really sweet. I mean, some people don't have anybody, and so for people to bring extra flowers and extra items and bread and lay them on those headstones, it was like important for them to make sure that they had something too. It was very sweet. I really thought that community was really, really sweet. And then we actually went to what would be considered a wealthy neighborhood in Oaxaca on a different night, and that was a whole different experience. Huge family celebrations around a grave, like 30 people and full bands, full mariachi bands, music, drinking, you're like, wow. I mean, they're going all out. Fireworks, fire pits. Like, they were gonna stay there for like the next 2 days and really go for it. And so we saw a lot of different kind of approaches to Day of the Dead down there. Whereas, northern Mexico, you really don't see the celebration occur. Like where we are in San Diego, like just over the border in Ensenada and Tijuana, you really don't see so much of that. Down deep to Oaxaca, it's really, really important to me, really deep in the culture.
I'm going to grab the white to pop some highlights, but I think we are just about done here.
Albert's saying, I really love your samurai art as well. It's so cool. You're on my bucket list. Oh,
well, thank you, Albert. And again, I love the samurai stuff, the armor. And that's a great, kind of goes back to the conversation earlier about what inspires. I mean, I find just same with the samurais, seeing some of the traits, the loyalty, the honor associated with that just helps to inspire. And then you add intricate detail and craftsmanship. It's right in my wheelhouse. Yeah. The more detail, the more textures, the handcraftedness, everything about that just screams at me to paint it. So right now I'm just going to grab some white enamel. And I'm just going to pop some little white highlights on the hearts, and then we're going to be done here.
Ben is saying we need to talk about a Highland cow commission. Are you interested? Oh, I know I always say it, but I would just love to have a Highland cow. They're just.
If we had room for Island cow, we already have Island cow.
They're just perfect. Bjork says, "Do pirates inspire you also?" Why, yes, sir. And that's what I think is interesting, is applying that remembrance, applying that filter onto other cultures, other imagery, right?
Yes, other moments in time, kind of using that same lens of remembrance.
And then it can be funny in a party and uplifting, or it can be serious, and it could be religious. I mean, I like that you have a few different directions you can go. Pirates are coming up here. Probably not so live streamy though, huh?
No, we're gonna try. It's too big an awesome piece to not try and share it. So we'll figure it out.
Bad Art Daily says rootin' tootin'. It is a funny little piece. Cute. Well, it's fun to do these. This is like an hour, almost exactly an hour live painting, to just see a piece kind of beginning to end.
Yeah. Just gonna go in and carve a little bit of things out here and there, just to.
So we'll post up a finished picture.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop a couple highlights here and then we'll be done. But yeah, we'll post a finished picture again. Thanks all you guys for joining us. Appreciate it. We'll be back next week with a new live stream. So hope to see you guys there. Again, thank you as always for hanging out. Appreciate all the questions, all the support, just everything. You guys really make this fun to do, so I appreciate it. So have a great rest of the weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.